Pum pum.
September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Edgeworth.
What is now a decision for the trial, Ms. Maya Fey? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, that's not Edgeworth's voice. I'll come up with something better.
The defense is ready.
Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today. He'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please get to court your own with a statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. See. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. Beginning on. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. So, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. Here, hold on, I'm gonna turn on. Found by this window here. And the cause of death. Oh, wait, no. And the cause of death. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It's heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. In a girl's hands. Court accepts the statue as evidence.
Still calling it a statue.
Now, detective.
Whoops.
Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? You tell me why. Yes, sir. I had heard hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. Defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and a lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Whoosh.
Smack. I just threw something at me. This sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. Bluff it and press the witness on every detail. This always slips up and something wrong. Worked lots of time. Would have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this.
Something the matter?
No. Sorry. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Get to press Q a lot. Phone call came in and rushed the scene. No. Two people there already. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, he did that. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh?
Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say that.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Okay, maybe she's a little pink. I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
guess pressing can have its advantage. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Odd evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Good enough because she was pronounced dead at the scene.
Hey, like that. That's my hard evidence.
I got hard evidence for you right here, buddy.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. Defense may begin its cross-examination.
Securing the suspect, examining the scene of the criminal eyes. Lynch, where's my autopsy report? Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying.
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards.
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
no butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order! Order! Defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder.
Wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after.
Oh, right.
Prosecution's point being.
Fuck you, Edgeworth. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What?
A second autopsy report was performed yesterday at my request. That was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
Away.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim didn't have time to write. That is all. See.
You, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright?
You look shocked.
Something you want to say? Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. No, I'm not present. God damn it. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. Court accepts the evidence.
Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. God, that's so convenient.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness, Or, innocent girl saw the murder with her own.
Hey, yay.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent?
Witness, your name, please.
April May. At your service, Wink.
Order! Introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Why? Yes, you wanna. Not good. It's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
I was like, my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
This hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. One attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and went away. But that girl, it caught up to her and hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, it kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Oh, and of course they had to put the boob shake in there.
Well, Your Honor. See, it is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Wait. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Right. I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy. You must know her techniques. A cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testing.
Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want. He has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay, how do I break her?
Like 9 at night, at the window, you know. Full offices was there. Victim's body was here. Was looking from here. Okay. That's not useful at the moment. Useful at the moment. Here's that. Where's that? Okay. Cool. Okay. Window. I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the chair, and the woman like dodged to one side and ran away. You dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack.
Please continue your testimony.
That girl, she caught up to her and hit her. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey? Uh-huh. Kinda. Sort of. Well, people might say pretty, but pathetic name.
The person attacking her?
That mousy girl sitting next to her.
Fine.
Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easy. I sort of, you know. What was that? I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question.
I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, not have you badgering my witness. Badgering. You insist on needling her with these trivial questions.
I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. Poor girl. Order. You're right. We've been warned.
Girl, what about poor me?
You looked out the window. See next.
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Oh, no, I already asked this question. I'm just pressing on everything at this point. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, no. He had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof. He's right.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Oh, shit.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. You had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey. You would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But
Still, don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
Was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that? Raoul, what you trying to say, you mean warrior? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Testimony again, if you would.
Almost there. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y thing. Statuary clock, the tinkle, I think. Well, does that accuracy of my report not startle you, Tiki? How do you know it's a clock?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything I did. The victim, that clock thing. Phew. Oh, clock? Didn't this come up in another? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Warrior. Can't win them all. Oh, I think I'm onto something. Miss May. What you said just now is quite feeling. Feeling? Ooh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Warrior? You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. He was found guilty. Murder.
Order.
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh,
Witness saw the murder with her own eyes. All that's important here. Defense is trying to confute trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Rat.
but questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before.
Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Close. If you stop me there, trial will be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yeah, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Faye and Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
Law offices of Faye and Co. Murder took place is very close to the hotel. You could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Rat, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. Not satisfied because I couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door.
You have proof she could not. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. Courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, nothing. You are nothing.
Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard it.
Prosecution denies her.
What? On what grounds?
This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained.
Damn, time to switch to right quick.
Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright?
No, can't give up now. Not satisfied because you could never. That's the one I wanted. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look. Right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense is. This clock is missing its clockwork. Quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat fat. Well, Miss May?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
Knew the clock was empty. Somehow.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. They can't ring. However, we must ask, when did the clock work? It was after the witness heard the clock.
There is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
That is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
I can.
Oh, possible. Of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Oh, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves in the clockwork. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a cool phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order. The defendant's cell phone, this wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
Gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the victim. Let's hear the conversation. I mean, we've heard this, I've said many times. Name, I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27, 8 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
Witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Let's produce this evidence that would prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. But a friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. The one that isn't here is in police custody.
Possible. And we're doing it sold in souls.
It's May. I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, Phoenix. You cad. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh.
Haruga! Oh damn, she mean. What's to you, Porcupine Head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it. She should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law. The witness will remain calm.
Silly me. But I like, was it? I guess I did. Wink.
Miss May, let me ask you. Tell me, how did you know that weapon was a clock? Yeah. The defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor.
Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
Heard?
That is correct. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Oh, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Have a look at this.
Oh, that.
I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Oh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous.
The defense truly claimed that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not,
we still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone?
Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon was a firearm. And it tells you the time. Boom. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Actually, hold for me again. What is this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you. It's April, May. You used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Ms. May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer.
It's not fair. Love you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April. Now, not a deal. The final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. You have to. Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping or irrelevant? Saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Ms. May, you have an explanation for the court. Can you prove you had nothing to do with the murder, even though you tapped her phone?
See her pull that off. Mr. Warrior, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to pull that off, wouldn't you? Yeah, good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course, I can and will.
Serious.
Way, I say. Way. Oh, I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Warrior. Okay. So the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Service? Iced coffee, I believe. Iced coffee. No, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, ice melts. Have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee.
I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
Then how could she have seen...
Where does that leave us?
My great displeasure to inform you.
Witness appears to have been tapping the victim's phone. However, that is a separate crime, no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. Saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. Going to let her just walk away. No way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well... Cross-examine her? Right, on with the cross-examination.
What exactly do you have left to examine, Miss?
Miss April May has admitted to wiretap, yes.
That bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection.
Uh-oh. I think can't be the end, but I'm out of evidence.
And I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, Does the prosecution have any other witnesses to call? None, Your Honor. Last.
What? Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The defense would like to call the bellboy after all.
As I thought. May I remind you, Jim? Question the bellboy and Miss April May's alibi proved to be solid. By default, your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? Backed into it.
I don't see any other way to take. Except.
Very well. Court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify.
He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy. Without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy, Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
C. Defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. I am the head bellboy of the What I got here? No. None of this has any bearing on it. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Oh, absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. The point being, I remembered her quite well. So.
Yes, well done.
Asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished it. Time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then? Or precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, teehee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9? Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. She'd be so particular. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Sure, it was Miss April May herself. Absolutely. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my grim demeanor. So, it was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. No good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
was a bit tedious. Witness may leave the stand.
Can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please. Wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. That's really it. Now this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Okay. Can I save? Let me save. I will save scum. I don't. Check in. Already mentioned that. I bet. Fuck. All right. Do room service. Tell me again about our room. God damn it. Again, sir. At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room. Like I said, requested iced coffee. $18 is the charge, as I recall. Let's see. $18? Does that seem a bit expensive? Oh, God. Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth. Now. Is someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. Witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to know. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister, though, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked to. Oof. Ooh. Done it. 1. Heaven. Miss April May checked into a twin room with man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Who is this other person?
Simple. It was...
Man was with Miss May.
The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, it does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
I would have continued a little setup, but it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. I need to take...
Start. Sure. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. I understood. Yes. Your Honor. This is all for today for the trial of my fate. Rhymed a little bit. I'm very happy with that. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Dun dun. Mr. Wright, You were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? Face of his. Eyes wide and trembling lips. That shivers up my spine. Say so. What happens with me? I get to go home now? Well... No. No, I don't think so. Not yet. But I got a great lead in today's trial. The lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? I heard they arrested her. I think her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. Go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this. I think it was the one who... Maybe so. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. Counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I had it, not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. Heck, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in a detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Alright. I'm gonna take a break. See if I can get... September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center. Visitors room. Bum bum. Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. Really quite moving.
Not you, stinking lawyer. I hope you die. You come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning? Spiky head.
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask me then? Cyrus, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Alright.